Welcome everybody to Saturday night football in the MAC Conference. We're about ready to tee it up here with Davenport Assumption High School hosting the North Scott Lancers. And this game on Channel 38, Cox Cable Family TV, is brought to you by Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust, Davenport. Phone 383-5559. And kicking off for the Knights tonight will be number 3, Chris Willis. Back deep for North Scott in the middle. Ben Straley, Joe Uloa in the middle or in the outside. Short kick. Good kickoff coverage by Assumption Knights. On the short kick, North Scott's going to take over on about their own 34, first and 10. North Scott tonight brings in a 1-2 record, a couple tough losses. Last week a big loss to Davenport West. Up under the ball, here comes Straley. Good gainer, first down, about a 12-yard gain. Good blocking, as you'll notice as the night goes on. North Scott comes right up under the football, gets it going right now. Defensive line people, and defense has to be ready to go. Paul Witkowski, the North Scott quarterback. Number 80, Dan Huggins, brings the play in from the sideline. Splits out wide away from us. Wing right. Here comes Straley again. He's got room. Down to the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Another big first down for North Scott. Another big gain. Ben Straley carrying the football. He's getting some good blocking to the right side out there. By the offensive line, Brett Stender at a tackle. Mark Melcher at a guard. Rich Moore at a tackle. At center, Ryan Moore, number 68. Play brought in now by Justin Dean, and here comes Ryan Moore up under the football. First and 10. Straley again, same play to the outside. Better coverage that side that time by the left side of the Assumption defense. And we'll still get a gain out of it by Straley of about, looks like about 4 yards, so we'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Witkowski waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. Here comes number 87. Bless you, Jess. It's our cameraman. Brian Hamas bringing the play in. Little inside trap to Joe Uloa, the fullback, number 36. And he's going to get a couple of good yards out of this. That'll bring us up to about 3rd and 2. Ball's on the, looks like about the 24-yard line. Ball control right now by North Scott Lancers. There we go. Straley again. Straley down to the 12-yard line for another big first down by the North Scott Lancers. Great blocking on the left side. Brought down by number 2 for Assumption, Grant Pullman. Excuse me, that was 32, Grant Pullman, I'm sorry. Straley again over the left side. It's going to pick up about 3. Got about 4 yards on the play. Be 2nd and 6. Brought down by Gary from Assumption, I believe. Nick Gary, number 34. North Scott up on the ball. Doesn't take them long to get it going. Little quick hitter inside. That's Uloa again on that little short trap in there. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3. 3rd and 4 coming up at Assumption's 6-yard line. Setting some of the defensive line for Assumption now. Looks like number 63 in the middle, Mike Dudley. At the nose, number 2, Ryan Arguello, I believe. Quick pitch to Straley to the outside. Brought down around the 4-yard line. Going to be 4th and 3 now. We'll see what North Scott does, whether they're going to kick, whether they're going to go for it. Ball's just inside the 5-yard line. Number 43 for Assumption, Lee Russell, calling the defensive signals. Play coming in now by number 86, Mike Schroeder for North Scott. Here we go, 4th and 3. Straley, I believe he stopped. I think it's going to be first down Assumption on their own 4. Coach Randy Schrader's not going to be real happy about that situation. They had the ball inside the Assumption 5-yard line, didn't get any points on the board, so he's going to be a little growly about that. We'll see what Mark Kazmary comes up with now. Ball's on Assumption's own 4-yard line, 1st and 10, and 96 to go. We have a timeout, I believe. Don't know if it's an official timeout or official. We have an official timeout at this time. Looks like a lost mouth guard. Assumption out of the huddle now. First down. Tony Holland, the quarterback. Assumption Knights. 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. He's going to keep it. Got some room. Brought the ball up to about the 11-yard line. Good gainer by Holland. Brought down, looked like by number 53, Kevin Engelbrecht, big tackle for North Scott. Bring up 2nd and about 4. Assumption center Terry Furlong comes up on the ball. And it's a give to the outside to Joe Bitterman from his wing spot. Looks like it's going to be maybe a loss of 1.
Ball carrier number 5, Joe Bitterman.
Which will bring up 3rd and 5 yards to go. Pat Bush coming into the game for Assumption. Bringing in the play for Coach Mark Kazmarek. Big hole on the left side. A lot of running room. A lot of room. It's going to be a touch. Lee Russell on a touchdown. 90-yard touchdown run to the left side. And Bernie Hardgirkin was the last Lancer to have a chance to get him, and Russell just outran him to the touchdown for the 6 points. Kicking the extra point now, Chris Willis for Assumption. It's up. And good. Assumption Knights lead at 7-0 on a 90-yard touchdown run by Lee Russell. We'll be set for the kickoff here in just a minute.
That drive still 3 plays, 1 minute and 25 seconds, 96 yards.
Lee Russell showing some good speed there on that last play. Looked like just a Kind of an off tackle play. Big hole by the left side by the offensive line for Assumption.
The kickoff for the night, number 3, Chris Lewis.
Coach Merv Hobenick tells me a little fullback trap that was. Thank you. Appreciate that, Coach. Deep to receive for North Scott. Straley, Uloa on the outsides. Here comes the kick by Willis. And the kick's going to go outside. That's going to be a first down up on the 40-yard line probably for North Scott. And Coach Mark Kazmarek will not be happy about that turn of events. North Scott will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35, excuse me, not 40. Paul Witkowski, quarterback in the North Scout Lancers. Assumption leading 7-0. 6:11 to go. Here's Straley to the left side. Good block by Uloa out there. Picks up about 4 on the play. Joe Uloa, the fullback, on the kick-out block. Straley cuts in behind for the 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Here comes number 11, Derek Schnorenberg to the near side. Straley again behind Uloa. Good defense. Good defense by the Assumption. Right side of Assumption defensive line over there. It's going to be no gain. Maybe a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 coming up. Witkowski waiting for the play to come in. It's being brought in by Damian Canada, one of the split ends. Coming to the near side. Witkowski rolling right to pass, decides to keep it, and he's going to get a first down. Oops, excuse me, he's going to only gain about 2 yards out of it. So that's going to bring up a 4th and about 3. On comes the punt team for North Scott. Looked like Witkowski had some running room there, and all of a sudden it closed down. Back deep to receive for Assumption. It'll be number 2, I believe. Ryan Arguello. Punting for North Scott. Quarterback Paul Witkowski.
Paul Witkowski, return by number 32, Grant Coleman.
Grant Pullman back, caught the ball on the, after a couple bounces, able to return it for a couple of yards. Assumption ball on their own 24-yard line approximately. 1st and 10. 4:10 left in the first quarter. Holland underneath. Give to the fullback, Lee Russell again. Lee Russell running hard, gained about 6 on the play.
Stop by number 10, Joe Osterberg.
Joe Osterberg on a tackle for North Scott Lancers. Coming in from his strong safety position. 2nd and about 5. Holland up. Little pitch play out to number 6 coming across Pat Bush
Ball carrier number 6, Pat Bush.
for no gain.
Number 10, Joe Osterberg.
Joe Osterberg again from his corner position, coming up, making a tackle, doing a nice job over there. Brings up 3rd and about 5 for the Assumption Knights on their own 29-yard line, I believe. And looked like a rustle up the middle again, tackled by a bunch of North Scott people. And it's going to be 3 and out for the Assumption Knights. Back to punt, Tony Holland. Pretty good punt coming down to the far side. And Justin Dean lets the ball go out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down now, North Scott. On their own 20, about their 27-yard line. This field, compared to the last 2 nights, the games we've done here, this field's in excellent shape tonight. Like somebody went to work on it today, got some of the water off of it. All right, Witkowski under center. Uloa to the left side. 4-yard gain.
Ball carrier number 36, Joe Uloa.
We set some defensive people for Davenport Assumption now as number 63, Mark Melcher, comes out of the game. Number 32, Grant Pullman on the left side on this corner, near corner. A crossback play goes back to Straley. He's going to pick up about another 4 on the play. It'll be
number 47, Straley, the ball carrier. Stop at number 15, Tony Holland.
Going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. Witkowski gives to Straley, I believe, and he's going to be stopped. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and North Scott's going to have to turn the ball over again. 3 and out. Back deep for Assumption, number 32, Grant Pullman, and number 5, Joe Bitterman. Witkowski's punt, high and deep, fair catch signal given, and it's going to be excellent field position for Assumption at their own 41-yard line, 42-yard line. Good field position coming up by Assumption. Kevin Collins, number 10, bringing the play in for Assumption. Here comes the center, Terry Furlong up. Oh, here we go. Grant Pullman again. He's going to score again. Kevin Collins came in at quarterback position that time, bobbled a snap, but got the handoff on the counter coming over to Grant Pullman, and he promptly went about 60 yards for the touch. Extra point try, Chris Willis. Good snap, ball's down, kicks up, and it's wide right. So with 16 seconds to go in the first quarter, Assumption takes a 13-0 lead over North Scott. Pullman showing some excellent speed there on a little counter play. Didn't look like they were going to get it off for a minute, but Collins found a handle on the ball. Inside handoff to Pullman, and he's gone. Nice blocking by the Assumption Knights, and they take a 13-0 lead.
The kickoff for the Knights, number 3, Chris Miller.
Tried to get the exact yardage on that touchdown play. I believe it was 68 yards, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. Willis on the kickoff. Back deep in the middle for North Scott. Pete Eitenbrook right up the middle. And tackle. Good coverage by the Assumption Knights kickoff team. North Scott will be taking over on their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. North Scott will get one more play off. Witkowski breaks them out of the huddle. Straley to the right side, and that'll bring the first quarter to an end after about a 6-yard gain. So at the end of the first quarter, Assumption right now handling North Scott 13-0. Game being brought to you by Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust, Davenport. Phone 383-5559, and we're going to take a break.
Keeping your community strong is a responsibility for all who live there, whether it's through teamwork or working together to build a better town. Your Pekin agent will be there for friendly, reliable service when you need help and can't wait. Meet someone in your neighborhood who knows his customers. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
For a quick quote on auto, home, and life, call your Pekin agent at Independent Insurance.
Picture this. Big Ed Studio and Gallery has the widest selection of indoor and outdoor backgrounds in the Quad Cities. Let Big Ed's handle your senior portraits, weddings, and regular settings, as well as on-location portraits and custom framing. Big Ed Studio also copies and restores your treasured memories. With 2 nationally awarded photographers on staff, you'll receive personal attention that's second to none. So come in to the studio in the country. Big Ed Studio and Gallery, just 1 mile west of Utica Ridge Road on LeClaire Road in rural Davenport.
Hey parents, are you looking for a unique gift idea for your kids? Or do you just want them out of the house and into the yard? How about a backyard soccer goal from Flicks on State Street? They let your kids play soccer like the pros at least 3 seasons of the year. Made of rugged PVC pipe, Flicks sells goals in 2 sizes, the 4x6 foot youth size and the full-size 6x12 footer. Backyard soccer will never be the same, and you'll be the proudest soccer parents in the league. Get your kicks and your backyard soccer goals at Flicks on State Street in Bettendorf.
Back for second quarter action in the MAC conference tonight, and Assumption has taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Second down, North Scott and 5. Here comes Straley to the near side. He's going to be close to a first down. Uloa leading the blocking. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain, so we're going to have a 3rd and 1 situation. Number 61 coming out of the game for Assumption, Corey Luden. Play brought in by Ryan Moore for North Scott. Same play we just saw for naught this time. Excellent defensive play right there by Tim Mathis, number 1. Ryan Arguello there too. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 4 for North Scott. Assumption defense has played well since except for the opening kickoff, and North Scott took it down to about their 5-yard line. They shut them down, and they've been stiff ever since. 10 Assumption Knights on the line of scrimmage here. We could see a attempted punt block, gets the kickoff. Great kick by Witkowski. Pullman's back. He's got it at his own 17-yard line. And finally brought down on the far side over there by, looks like number 33, Justin Dean for North Scott. Number 2, Luke Driscoll on the play. Number 89 also, Tyson Keel, one of the inside linebackers. So it's going to be first down on Assumption's own 21-yard line. Looks like we got a little discussion by the striped shirts again. See what's going on. North Scott is very happy about something here. A clipping penalty on the Knights, I understand. I haven't seen that penalty given yet, but that's going to be looks like they're going to walk off a 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage for North Scott, and that's going to give them a first down at their own 44-yard line. So North Scott retains football on the penalty, and Witkowski brings them up the line of scrimmage. Little fullback trap up the middle. They're going to gain about a yard or two out of it. Joe Uloa carrying the football. Nick Gary on the tackle for the Assumption Knights. And except for the penalty a while ago, Assumption has held the Lancers down pretty good, except for the very first series of the game. Straley. Give to Straley going to the far side. It looked like he tripped or slipped a little bit, and that's going to be about a 4-yard loss. It's going to bring a 3rd and about 13 from the North Scott 41-yard line. Play comes in. Damian Canaday, the split in to the near side. Here's Witkowski. Drop straight back to throw. Little flare pat to Straley, and he drops the football. Incomplete pass. Play set up pretty well over here. He had 2 blockers out in front, but he started running with the football before he caught it. And usually that's what happens. When you do that, you don't catch it. So now it's 4th down again and about 13 for North Scott, and they'll punt the ball away. We got 9:23 left in the second quarter. Back deep to receive for Assumption, Grant Pullman, number 32, and number 5, Joe Bitterman. Witkowski's punt is off. Fielded by Bitterman. Being chased to the near side and brought down by number 23 for North Scott, Matt Griffin. Excellent defensive play, excellent punt coverage. So Assumption's going to have a 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Terry Furlong on the ball. Back in a quarterback again, Kevin Collins, 145-pound junior. And here comes Lee Russell. Tremendous feat here. Looked like he was going to be brought down for no gain in the middle, a big pileup, and all of a sudden Lee Russell comes out of the pile and picks up a first down. 1st and 10 on their own 38. Tremendous feat shown by Lee Russell right there. Collins back to throw. He's in trouble. Gets the ball off. Intended receiver number 84, John Schrader. Ball was thrown just a little bit short, but Kevin Collins did a good job getting that football off. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Ryan Toohey, number 75, the right tackle for Assumption. Number 67, Josh Krakos at a guard. Terry Furlong, the center. Here's Collins with the ball. It's a Russell again up the middle. Little inside trap. He's going to gain about 5 on the play.
Stopping number 64, Brent Stinker.
Making 3rd and a 5 for Assumption at their own 44-yard line. Lots of flags thrown here. I think we're going to have a mow. Well, only one man is allowed to go in motion. I believe they had 2 in motion that time, so referees astutely throw the flag. Referee talking to number 37, the field captain for North Scott, Pete Eitenbrook, the free safety. Penalties decline. It's going to be 4th and 2, Assumption and punt formation. Tony Holland back in punt formation. Pete Eitenbrook back to receive the punt for North Scott. Pretty good punt by Holland. Oh, that ball is bobbled by Eitenbrook, and like the ball hit him kind of in the hands and chest, went up in the air, and he had to go up and get the jump ball, and he did. Brought it down. Going to be 1st down, North Scott on their own 21-yard line. Assumption leading 13-0, 7:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. Witkowski brings them out. Quick little inside trap again, looks like. Going to go for about maybe a 3-yard gain by Uloa. Derek Schnorrenberg bringing into play, the split receiver to the right. And here's Witkowski going to the right side. He's got a lot of running room out there. And Greg Blau, the free safety for Assumption, was just got him by the shoestring and brought him down out there. Otherwise, Witkowski was gone. Faked the dive, and it was looked like an option play. It's going to bring up a 1st down at North Scott's own 39-yard line. Looks like we got a timeout called here. Coach Mark Kazmarek going to go out and settle the defense down a little bit. Since the opening series by North Scott, Assumption has held them down very nicely. I'm sure Coach Randy Schrader over there in the offensive huddle is explaining to them nicely that they'd like to move the ball down the field, if you will. We'll set the offensive line for North Scott again. At center for North Scott, number 68, Ryan Moore. At one guard, Mark Melcher, number 63. Caleb Van Cleve, number 78. At another guard, at offensive tackle, Brett Stender, 2-year starter from last year. And Rich Moore, number 60, at the other tackle. Right now in the game, number 86, Mike Schroeder, I believe, at one tight end. There's a quick opener to Straley, and he's going to get about 9 out of it. Just a little halfback dive in there. And Straley's quick. Showed some real quickness there, hitting the hole. Looks like we're going to have timeout for a measurement. North Scott uses a lot of people to bring plays in and out with. A lot of receivers. Canaday at split end. Dan Huggins at the split end. Another end. They'll bring plays in and out with those two. And North Scott is going to have a first down here, I believe. 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line. We got about 6:46 left in the first half. This game is flying along, as pointed out by our cameraman Jess Medina. Witkowski brings them up, and kind of a broken play, but Straley's going to manage to get a couple yards out of it. Going to make it about, I'll give him 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Set some defensive people here for the Assumption Knights. At one tackle, Tim Mathis. At the other tackle, Pat Bush, number 6. Tony Holland at a defensive end, as well as his quarterback position. And here comes the option to the near side. And a nice job over there by, I believe that was Lee Russell, number 43, making a defensive play.
Stop at number 43, Lee Russell.
A little bit of problem with that option play. Uloa is the pitch man there, and he's not quite in position to receive the pitch. If he would have been ahead of the quarterback a couple steps, that play was there. So I'm sure the booth up here will probably want to get their pitch people covered a little bit better. There's a little bootleg, a little pressure, and intended receiver number 38 for North Scott, Dave Linnebrink, and ball overthrown. Going to bring up a 4th and 10. And Witkowski's going to have to punt the ball away again. Back deep, Grant Pullman for Assumption.
Punt for North Scott, number 1, Paul Witkowski.
Good snap. And Pullman fields the punt at about his own 22 and brings it up to about the 35-yard line. Oops. And we got a flag on the play here. I didn't exactly see what happened, but
Number 89, Adam Henry marker down.
little personal foul there, I think, on North Scott. I didn't see exactly what happened, but they'll be tacking another 15 yards onto this. So that's going to bring the ball right up in midfield. 1st and 10, Assumption Knights. I did not see what happened there. Or who the guilty person was, but anyhow, 1st and 10 Knights on the 50-yard line. Vern O'Brien comes in to tight end spot. Tony Holland up under center. Lee Russell. Oh, is he tough? Lee Russell bangs his way for a 5-yard gain. A flag comes in right on top of the pile. We'll have to wait and see. We got a holding call against Assumption. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. I'm sure North Scott will take that penalty, so it's going to bring up a 1st and 20 on the Assumption 40-yard line. And the holding penalty is from the point of the infraction, so it brings it back to about the 44-yard line of Assumption. 1st down and about 16. Terry Furlong on the ball. Tony Holland back in at quarterback. Little reverse play and snuffed out nicely by number 81 from North Scott, Brent Collins, a big left tackle. Saw the old double reverse play developing there. Brent Collins, nice job of snatching Pullman up. Joe Bitterman comes out of the game. Greg Blau and Coach Kazmarek calls a timeout right quick, like not happy about something. And we'll take a little break right here for Cox Cable, Channel 38. 2nd and about 18. Holland rolling out to his right. He's going to keep the ball all the way. And finally going to be brought down by number 37. I believe it's number 37. Yeah, Pete Eitenbrook, 170-pound senior. Looked like he was going to roll out and maybe develop a throwing play, but then he just tucked it and it was going to be a run all the way. So that's going to be a 3rd and about 8 at the across the field on the North Scott 48-yard line, we'll say. Here's the rollout. Lee Russell's open, grabs it. Excellent job. Lee Russell running tough tonight. Caught the football. Got the 1st down, I believe. He had to fight his way through Pete Eitenbrook on the play and get the 1st down, and he did just that. Play was defended by Joe Osterberg over there. Russell was able to get away from him and get the 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the North Scott 40-yard line. 3:20 to go in this quarter. There's Lee Russell again. Nice job by Lee Russell running with the football. Uloa on the tackle. 37, Eitenbrook again. Number 89 also on the tackle. Adam Hamley on the outside linebacker to this side. Brian Ahrensdorf, the other outside linebacker for North Scott. Brett Stender, I believe that is Brett Stender at the right tackle spot. And the big 330-pound nose guard, John Connor. He's a house. Holland again on the keeper.
Ball carrier number 15, Tony Holland.
Might have picked up a yard. Had the option play coming to the far side over there, and Pullman's probably a little bit growly because if Holland could have got the ball to him, he had some running room out there to the far side. Pat Bush bringing into play to the Assumption huddle. 3rd and about 3. 2:02 on the clock and ticking until the end of the half. Assumption would like to get a couple more points on the board here. Rolling to his right, he's got a wide open receiver out there, but he underthrew it just a little bit. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll tell you what, Holland rolling to his right, threw the ball downfield to number 4, I believe it was Greg Blau. The play was defended out there by number 15 from North Scott, Bernie Heidgerken, but the ball was underthrown and Heidgerken went up for it and gets flagged for pass interference. And interested bystander that I am, I don't quite agree with that call. I don't think that was But that doesn't make any difference. They're going to get an automatic first down out of it anyway and a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to bring the ball down to the North Scott. Looks like 18-yard line, first down. And timeout's called by North Scott. So
Timeout North Scott.
they'll talk that over out there. Coach Kazmarek going out on the field. See what they can come up offensively. The North Scott defense, Uloa, inside linebacker. Tyson Keel, number 99, inside LB. Hamley and Ahrensdorf, the outside linebackers. Osterberg, Heidgerken in the defensive backfield, along with Dan Huggins at a corner. And Joe Osterberg as strong safety. Offensive lineman, we got a second here to set those people up. Terry Furlong, we mentioned. At a guard, Paul Scheibelhut, I believe. Number 55, Rob Reet at a tackle. Joe Krakos as a guard. Ryan Toohey is the other tackle. And Coach Kazmarek plays in with his split receivers. Number 4 in a tight end, Greg Blau. And here's Holland under the ball. Quick handoff to Lee Russell. He's going to pick up a tough couple of yards, I believe. Brought down by number 51, I believe, the big nose guard from North Scott, John Connor. Program lists him at 330 pounds. He's a big fellow, senior. Second and 9. Comes a handoff to Pullman to the far side. He's got some room out there, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, so that's going to be a first and goal. 1:14 on the clock. First and goal at about the 5-yard line. Some great blocking out in front of Grant Pullman that time. Lee Russell out there. Also blocking over on the far side, Pat Bush at the tight end position. Bush coming off now. Play brought in by number 84, John Schrader. Holland rolling out, nothing there. Finds the receiver, and it's picked off in the end zone. And run out. Picked off, looks like number 86. Might have been we think it might have been number 80, Dan Huggins. We're not sure about that, but Pullman threw the ball back against the grain, and that was not the thing to do in that situation. The receivers were covered pretty well. Probably would have been better off. Hindsight's always better, obviously, but probably could have got the yardage to just tuck it and roll. Here's Witkowski. Given to Uloa, I believe. Uloa fights his way up to about the 8, tackled by a bunch of Assumption Knights. Ryan Arguello on the bottom of the pile, along with Nick Gary, number 34, one of the linebackers. Number 61, Corey Luden in the game. And tough yards again. That looks like Uloa out to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a first down. 27 seconds left on the clock. Assumption leading 13-0. This is Saturday night football in the MAC Conference. Witkowski gives to Uloa up the middle, no gain. They'll be content to run out the clock, I think, and just take it in at half, talk some things over. And that'll be the close of the half with Assumption Knights leading 13 13-0 over the North Scott Lancers, and we'll be back. Second half action about to begin here at Brady Street Stadium on a really nice Saturday night. Davenport Assumption has taken a 13-0 lead, and they led 13-0 after the first quarter. Actually, there was no scoring in the second quarter. We had, statistic-wise, we had 127 yards, 7 carries by Lee Russell from Assumption. Grant Pullman 3 carries for 67 yards. And a 58-yard TD by Pullman and a 90-yard TD by Lee Russell. So they had a total of 210 yards in the first half. North Scott Straley with 18 carries for 78 yards, and Joe Uloa 7 carries for 27 yards for a total for 122 total yards in the first half. And we're ready for the second half kickoff. This is Lee Russell on the reception, and he'll take it back up to about the Assumption 32-yard line for first down. Assumption. Kicking the ball off for North Scott was Joe Osterberg, I believe, number 10. And we'll see if anybody's made any adjustments for second half action here. Actually, North Scott's kind of sputtered since the very first series, except for the very first series of the game when they took it down the field inside Assumption 5 and didn't score, and it's been Assumption all the way since. This is Kevin Collins on the option play. Couldn't get the ball off, turned it upfield, and gained about 4 on it, maybe 5. Collins and splitting the quarterback duties with Tony Holland, who also doubles as a defensive end. So Holland on the sideline at this time, getting a little break. Out comes Pat Bush. In goes Joe Bitterman with the next play from Coach Mark Kasmerick. Collins under the ball. Actually, under the center, not under the ball. And there's a fumble, and I think North Scott says they've got the ball, and so's the referee. So it's going to be a costly fumble for Assumption. Number 57 for North Scott recovers the ball. That's Brian Arnsdorf from his outside linebacker position. So that may fire up the white shirts a little bit. In comes Paul Witkowski, a 175-pound senior quarterback for North Scott. And they come up the line of scrimmage and they get it going right away. Little quick pass over the fade pattern actually, and kind of a misconnection on the pattern and the throw there. Witkowski throwing the fade, and looks like the wide receiver over there, Damian Canaday, the intended receiver, was running kind of a streak pattern. Justin Dean coming in for North Scott, bringing the play in, and also coming to the near side. Dave Linnebrick, the tight end over there. Here's Witkowski handed to Straley. Joe Uloa on the block. Straley gets walled up, but comes back to the inside, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on the carry. Going to be third and about 7 or 8, I guess, for the North Scott Lancers. Ball on the Assumption 28-yard line. Ryan Moore centers the ball. Here comes Witkowski on the option. Pitches it out to Uloa. He's got a little room over there. It's going to be up near the 20-yard line and near a first down. We'll see how they mark it over there. Going to be short. Our cameraman Jess Medina says it's a yard short, and he's exactly right. So it's going to be 4th and about 1 in obvious 4-down territory here. Here comes 86 Mike Schroeder into the game for North Scott with a play. Assumption's fans trying to rile up their defense a little bit. Ulloa over the middle, and I don't think he made it. We got a flag on the play too, and that's probably going to be a procedure penalty, I would guess. And it is illegal procedure against North Scott, and that's going to be declined by Assumption, and it's going to be first down Assumption. Referee signaling fourth down there, and I believe that was fourth down. What's going on here? I think that should be Assumption's ball, 1st and 10. Let's see what they get it straightened out here. We're all confused. All right. So there's a procedure call. It's declined. And it's going to be fourth down Assumption. That's been about since 1992. I was right about something, but there we go. All right, here comes Furlong up on the ball, and Kevin Collins, the junior quarterback, still in there this series. Gives off to Russell, I believe, for about 4 pounding yards in there. Joe Osterberg, the initial tackler for North Scott, the strong safety, along with the other right side of the defensive line. Brian Ahrensdorf, the defensive end. Lee Russell again, and he bangs his way up to a first down, I believe. This is a hard-running young man. He was hit by a white shirt at least twice, spun off, and got the first down. Excellent running by Lee Russell. 1st and 10 Assumption at their own 33-yard line. Terry Furlong on the ball. Kevin Collins at quarterback. And here comes a little inside counter play, and it is snuffed out nicely by number 57 from North Scott, Brian Ahrensdorf, the outside linebacker. 51, I stand corrected. John Connor, a big nose guard. All right, so I'm wrong again. Excellent play by the nose guard. Once again, John Connor, a big 330-pound senior nose guard for North Scott. And it's going to be second, about 14 for the Assumption Knights. A little bootleg to the right by Collins, and he's got some room. He's quick, almost up to the first down marker. Going to be about a yard or two short of it. Collins just faked the handoff to the opposite side, rolled to his right, tucked the ball away, and picked up about 12 yards on the carry, maybe 13. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Assumption Knights. Inside quick hitter to Lee Russell, the fullback, I believe. And as soon as they get in pile over there, looks like John Connor, the nose initial tackle. And the refs are signaling fourth down. It's going to be about 4th and less than a yard, maybe. Assumption's going to go for it. Look out. Lee Russell's gone. All the way. Touchdown, Lee Russell and the Assumption Knights. And that was a 58-yard touchdown run by Lee Russell. And the problem is when you get a short yardage situation, such as it was there, everybody up on the line of scrimmage defensively, and you get that little opening, and that's what happens. 57 yards before you can bat an eye by Lee Russell. And Assumption will line up for the conversion, and they're going to go for 2 since they're on 19-point. Here's Collins rolling to his right, and he's going to stroll in. Yep. Collins rolls to his right, keeps the ball, tucks it in, and kind of strolls in for the 2-point conversion. So Assumption with 7:08 gone or left in the third quarter leads North Scott Lancers 21-0. And Collins, he's the brother of the Collins that played here a year or so ago, showing tremendous foot speed. (21-0) Assumption Knights. Chris Willis to kick off. Back deep for North Scott. Uloa, Straley, and Eitenbrook, I believe. Kick is high and deep down to about the 10. Caught by Eitenbrook, got a little opening. He's still on his feet. He's going. Got some good blocks. He's still going. Beautiful run back. Excellent run back there by number 37, Pete Eitenbrook, 170-pound senior. Looked like he was going to be brought down a couple of times and just kept his feet and kept it going. Didn't see who made the game-saving or the touchdown-saving tackle down there, but Eitenbrook showing some good footwork there. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line of Assumption. Inside quick hitting trap. This is Uloa, and he's going to get a first down. 11-yard gain. One thing about it, defensively, you better be ready when North Scott comes to the line of scrimmage, because they get up there and they snap the ball and they get it going. Uloa is going to take a little breather. Might have had the wind knocked out of him just a little bit. Coming in for him, number 23, Matt Griffin, I believe. Coming to wide to the near side, Brian Hamas. Witkowski gets the snap, fakes the inside play, gives the Straley to the outside off tackle, and that's going to be a good gainer for Ben Straley. Takes it down to the Assumption 14-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and about 4. Play being brought in by number 25, Damian Kennedy, one of the split ends for North Scott, going to the wide side. North Scott up to the football. Here comes Witkowski. And a quick pitch out to number 23. He's going to stroll in. That's Matt Griffin, I believe, on the touchdown. And Jess, that looked pretty easy, that play right there. So that may fire the white shirts up a little bit and get them back in this football game. 21-6 now with 5:45 left in the third quarter. And North Scott will line up here for the extra point. And that did not take very long. That took about 1 minute and 40 seconds for all that to take place. The kickoff and the touchdown. North Scott going for 2. Witkowski rolls out and throws, and it is caught in the end zone by number 38, Dave Linnebrink, 170-pound junior. Witkowski, a tremendous job there, almost laying on his back when he threw that football. It was thrown low, and Linnebrink, I believe, tremendous catch right at the shoe top. So 21-8 all of a sudden, and we got ourselves a football game here, I believe. So there's your proverbial third quarter letdown, perhaps, by the Assumption Knights. Every coach dreads. You take that lead in at halftime, you come back out at half, and everybody dreads the third quarter letdown when you come out of the locker room with a lead. And that may be what happened right there to the Assumption Knights. Pullman and Collins deep for Assumption. Here's the kick by Osterberg. It's Pullman bringing the ball back up to about his 28-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 Assumption. 21-8 with 5:37 left to go in the third quarter. And we're going to have an official timeout. Looks like Joe Osterberg had to tie his shoe over there, and the refs will give him a little time to do that. Now we're back ready for play. First and 10 Assumption. Tony Holland back in a quarterback now for the Assumption Knights. We'll see what he does. There's the little inside trap play. Lee Russell carrying the ball. Pretty good little hole there, but an arm come out of the pile and tripped up Lee Russell, and he still gained about 2 on the play. It'd be second and 8. Holland under center, fumble. One of the pulling linemen kicked the ball. And Assumption, it looks like Pullman was able to recover the ball. Looked like we had a sweep play developing to the near side here. Number 67, one of the Assumption guards, Josh Krakos, was looking upfield for somebody to block and kick the ball. And Pullman was right there, flopped on it. And they'll lose a yard or 2 there. It'll be 3rd and 9. Pullman under center. Yes, Holland, I'm sorry. And pretty good defense now by the North Sky Lancers. Holland kept the ball, tried to gain some yards up the middle. Stopped by nose guard John Connor, I believe. And now it's going to be 4th and 8 punt situation. Holland back to kick. There's a flag on the play. We don't know what that's for yet. A fair catch signal given by Pete Eitenbrook, and the ball took an Assumption hop clear down to the 20-yard line of North Scott. Now we'll see what the penalty is here. The referees will powwow and talk about it. And we got an illegal procedure call against Assumption. So I'm sure North Scott's going to make him punt that ball over again. It was a good punt.
Illegal procedure on the night.
Looked like about a 55-yard net punt for Tony Holland, all for naught. Procedure call. We'll put him back 5 more yards and we'll repunt it. Eitenbrook and number 33, Justin Dean, back to receive for North Scott. Assumption, punt formation. Holland back. Good snap back there. And it's Eitenbrook on the carry. He's got some room to the far side. The wall set. He could go all the way. Collins over there, gets blocked. Great run back by Pete Eitenbrook. senior free safety. Now we got another play, or another flag on the play back upfield at about the 48-yard line, and I believe that run is going to be nullified. So there's we'll see what the penalty is. It's blocking below the waist, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot. That's pretty costly foul right there. High school rules say that there is no blocking below the waist except on the line of scrimmage from tackle to tackle and 2 yards either side of the football. That's the only time you can block below the waist in high school football. Costly penalty is going to bring the ball back to North Scott's own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. However, there was about a 22-yard net gain from the punt from the time before to this one, so it is a little gainer. All right, North Scott, 1st and 10. Witkowski. Option, lots of room out here. Good block out here. Number 87, Brian Hamas, threw a nice block out here. Enabled Uloa, and we're going to get a penalty here on the bench, I think. And somebody on the Assumption sideline got lippy with the official there, and it's going to cost them 15 more after the good gainer by I believe it was Uloa. That'll settle things down. That's anytime the Stripers throw the yellow flag on you, it kind of shuts you up for a minute anyway. All right, 1st and 10, North Scott on their own 33, and a big hit by Lee Russell. Handoff was to Ben Straley, and Lee Russell flattened him for a loss of about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 13. Witkowski, quick pitch to Straley to the outside. He's got some running room to the far side. He's going to get some good yardage out of this if he doesn't score, and I believe he does score, yes. Quick pitch to Ben Straley, had a lot of running room to the wide side of the field, turned it on, and now there's going to be another 15-yard penalty on the kickoff over there. I believe Joe Bitterman was close to the official and said something probably he shouldn't have said, and it's going to cost him 15 more yards. And that'll be assessed on the ensuing kickoff, I believe. So Assumption coming apart here just a bit. 21-14 on the score by Ben Straley. About a 35-yard touchdown run, approximately 35. I didn't get the exact yardage on it, but so North Scott in the huddle, and let's see if they go for 2 again. 21-14 is the score. Witkowski getting the play from the North Scott sideline, coming out to the huddle. It looks like the penalty was assessed half the distance to the goal line. The ball sitting on about the 1.5, so penalty will not be assessed on the ensuing kickoff. It's assessed already. Now we got a delay of game by North Scott, and that's not going to make Randy Schrader very happy either. Both teams now making some obvious mistakes they shouldn't be making. So that's going to bring the ball back up to about the 6.5-yard line. North Scott lines up going for 2. Witkowski receives the snap. Quick pitch to Straley. Doesn't have much room, and that's going to be all for naught there. Ben Straley, though, on the quick pitch pitch to the far side, about 35 yards for the touchdown. And Assumption now leads 21-14. And North Scott showing some comeback ability here in the third quarter. We've already had more scoring in the third quarter than we had the whole first half. 57-yard TD run by Lee Russell. The extra point was good, and then we had an 18-yard TD run by I don't know who. Anyhow, we just had a 35-yard TD run by Ben Straley, and 21-14 is the score. There's the kickoff, and this will be Grant Pullman on the run back, and he's stuck down around the 23-yard line by number 32 for North Scott, Pat O'Flaherty, and also number 33, Justin Dean, around the football. So first down, Assumption on their own 23-yard line. 2:14 to go in the third quarter. We got a, well, there goes Osterberg shoelace again. Official timeout for a shoelace tie job. And Kevin Collins back in at quarterback now, splitting the duties with Holland. Here's Pullman to the near side, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards, 4 yards on the carry. Brought down by number 57 for North Scott, Brian Ahrensdorf, the outside, one of the outside linebackers. Defensively, Hamley and Ahrensdorf at the outside linebackers. Tyson Keel, Joe Liuloa, the inside backers. Cornerback to the near side, number 80, Dan Huggins. Here's Collins under center. Option play developing. He gives to the fullback, Lee Russell, and he'll pick up a yard or two. Bring up a 3rd and 6 situation. Pat Bush bringing into play for Assumption. 1:10 left in the third quarter and running. Terry Furlong on the football. Here's Collins. Gets the snap. Throws the fade and threw it out a bit too far. Greg Blau out there was the intended receiver, but it was covered well. Collins threw it out of reach of everyone. That's going to bring up a punt situation for Assumption. And the North Scott crowd is fired up, sports fans. Here's Tony Holland back to punt. Pete Eitenbrook deep for Assumption for North Scott to receive, and along with Justin Dean. And the ball hits one of the Assumption players, and there's going to be a flag thrown here. The ball cannot hit the punting team player in the back, so we're going to get an illegal procedure call. It's going to be declined, and that's going to give oh, I didn't see the clip foul over on the far side, so we're going to replay the down is what's going to happen here. Clipping penalty was on Pullman. Okay. Coach Merv Hobenick from Bettendorf helping me out a little bit on the spotting. Certainly appreciate that, Coach. Here's Holland back to punt again. It's a replay of the down on the offsetting penalties, and that ball is blocked a little bit. Partial block. Either Eitenbrook or Arnsdorf tipped the ball. And the ball comes out of bounds right at the Assumption 45-yard line. So partial block of the punt. And it's 1st and 10. North Scott, 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Witkowski bringing the play out. Give us to Ulloa. He's got some room. Nice run there by Joe Ulloa. North Scott halfback. Got some good blocking up front. Straley went to the outside, blocked the end. Ulloa cut it to the inside and picked up about 18 yards on the carry. Another first down for North Scott, and they're on the move, let me tell you. Ball down on the 27-yard line. Witkowski rolling to his left, gives the low again, and not this time. Brought down by John Schrader, 180-pound senior from Assumption. Good play out there, about a 3-yard loss. And that'll bring a third quarter to a close. A lot of action during that third quarter, I'll tell you what. Score at the end of the third quarter is 21 Assumption, 14 North Scott, and we'll take a break.
Since being very young, you've faced the unexpected, never concerned, knowing your security came from those who loved you most. Soon you took on more risks and started making decisions on your own. Now you're being counted on to help build a secure future, to protect you and your family from the unexpected. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
For a quick quote on auto, home, and life, call your Pekin agent at Independent Insurance.
Picture this. Big Ed Studio and Gallery has the widest selection of indoor and outdoor backgrounds in the Quad Cities. Let Big Ed's handle your senior portraits, weddings, and regular settings, as well as on-location portraits and custom framing. Big Ed Studio also copies and restores your treasured memories. With 2 nationally awarded photographers on staff, you'll receive personal attention that's second to none. So come in to the studio in the country. Big Ed Studio and Gallery, just 1 mile west of Utica Ridge Road on LeClaire Road in rural Davenport.
Fourth quarter action. Witkowski takes the snap, rolls to his right. It's an option play. He's going to keep it. He's got room back there. Nice run by Paul Witkowski, the North Scott quarterback. That's going to bring a first down down at the Assumption 13-yard line. Just starting the fourth quarter. Pete Eitenbrook coming into the near side. Witkowski receives the snap, inside handoff to Joe Ulloa, and he's going to be down at the 5-yard line. Tackled by Joe Bitterman, number 5, and North Scott is rolling. And we have a red shirt down. We'll get that number here. And looks like that looks like Grant Pullman. Yeah, I believe he had the wind knocked out of him. He was struggling for a little air there, and he jogs off the field. He's going to be fine. He'll be back in next play. Here comes North Scott. It's 2nd and about 3 at the Assumption 5-yard line. 21-14 Assumption. Just started the fourth quarter. Play brought in by number 11 North Scott, Derek Schnorrenberg. Comes to the near side. Big handoff on the crossbuck. If it's not a touchdown, it's probably going to be a first down. Looked like Straley on the crossbuck action. And it is a first down and goal at the Assumption 2-yard line. And North Scott has come out this half and played some football, sports fans. They are really after it. Jim Ryan coming off the field for Assumption. Witkowski breaks him out of the huddle. First and goal at the 2. That's Ulo, and he's in. Great blocking on the right side. Big hole over there. Bringing the score 21-20. North Scott dominating the third quarter so far, all 2 minutes of it. Or all, 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. We'll see if they're going to go for 2 here. Up. Kicking tee is out here. It looks Derek Schnorenberg's going to hold for number 25, Damian Kennedy. We'll see if they can get the ball game tied up, and it looks pretty good, and it is good. And we got a tie ball game out here, sports fans, with 10:41 to go in the fourth quarter. It's all tied up, 21-21. That was a 2-yard score by Joe Yaloa. To make it 21-20. And the extra point ties the game up. And we've had a lot of points scored in the last 14 minutes, Jess. We'll see if Assumption now can gather themselves a little bit and get a little ball control going, take it down and score. But right now, you know that North Scott defense is some fired up. Yes. Yes, indeed. Grant Pullman and Kevin Collins back deep to receive for Assumption. And kicking off for North Scott will be number 10, Joe Osterberg, 175-pound strong safety and senior football player. Kick is not too deep, down to about the 18. That's Lee Russell, and he's dangerous. Brings it back to about the 39-yard line of Assumption, so it'll be first down on their own 39. Assumption's ball. Rob Reed, Scheibel Hutt, Terry Furlong, Josh Krakos, Ryan Tui, the front 5 linemen for Assumption. Number 4, tied in. Greg Blau to the near side. And back in at quarterback this series will be, looks like Kevin Collins back out there again, the little speedster. Pat Bush to the far side. Setting the North Scott defensive people again, and knows Big John Connor. Also on that front 5 out there is Kevin Engelbrecht, Brent Collins. Here comes Assumption. Give to Russell, and he's stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. Ball came out, but it was after the whistle blew. And like we thought, Jess, the North Scott defense is there, fired up. Brought down by the right side of the North Scott defense out there almost. In comes Joe Bitterman with the play, and Pat Bush is out. Collins breaks him out of the huddle. Inside give, Lee Russell, nice hole. And he's still running fumble. It looked like Uloa and Eitenbrook had a hold of Lee Russell and were wrestling him around, and he fumbled the ball. And Joe Bitterman was right behind to recover the fumble. So a good gainer was brought back to about the original line of scrimmage there. So it's going to be third and about 9, third and a long 9. Russell runs hard. Sometimes that's a problem. You run hard, you get a little bit slippery with the ball. Collins takes a snap, drops back to throw. Oh, big pressure. Oh. Pete Eitenbrook is really mad at himself. He had a pick, and it went right through his hands. Good pressure on Collins that time. I didn't get the number of the person putting on pressure on, but it's going to force Assumption back into punt formation again. Tony Holland starting to get a little workout back there. Justin Dean, Pete Eitenbrook back deep for North Scott. High wobbly kick. And it's going to be blown dead at about the 27-yard line of North Scott, 1st and 10. At this point, North Scott is the more fired up of the two ball teams, Jess. I think we can notice that they're hustling around out there. Assumption got their heads down just a little bit here. See if they can get back up again. Inside give to Ulloa. He's going to pick up a tough 2 yards. 21-21 to score here in the fourth quarter. 8:45 to go and running. 2nd and 7 for North Scott. Derek Schnorrenberg brings in the play. Witkowski relays it to the huddle. Option going to the far side, and I think we're going to have a face mask call here. Number 84 out there for Assumption. John Schrader looked like a clothesline tackle, but he must have got part of the face mask also. So that's going to be a 15er. And give North Scott a first down up at about the 44-yard line. And let's see what the call is here. Yep. We got a face mask call. 1st and 10 North Scott at their own 44. Number 61 into the game for North Scott, or for Assumption, Corey Luden. This is Straley off to the right side. Tough 4-yard gain. Good blocking on the right side of a North Scott lineman. Joe Ulloa leading the play out there, leading the blocking. Ulloa and Straley complement each other very nicely. One of them's got the ball, the other one is blocking hard, and vice versa. They play well together. Damian Canaday brings in the play. Canaday split to the near side. Here's the snap. Straley with the ball. Ulloa leading the blocking again. Going to pick up another 4 yards probably. Going to make it about 3rd and 2. Brought down over there by, looked like number 6, Pat Bush. Number 84, John Schrader in the area. 3rd and about 3. See what Coach Brandy Schrader comes up with here on the 3rd down play. Fumble ball. We don't have an indication yet. Looks like North Scott's going to retain it for about a 2-yard loss on the play. So it's going to be 4th and about 6, 4th and 5 or 6. And they're going to have to punt the football away. Fumbled snap. I don't think Witkowski ever got the snap, the center snap. Witkowski all back to punt. Bitterman and Pullman back to receive for Assumption, and that's now do we have Assumption jumping off sides here, or was he drawn off sides? We don't have that indication yet. North Scott seems to be pretty happy though. And they're going to call off sides versus Assumption. And this is going to go back to about a 4th and a half a yard. I don't believe they're going to get a first down out of this. It's going to be real close. What do you think, Jess? All right. Interesting walk-off by the official. And that is going to be about 4th and about 6 inches probably. And it's about the width of the hash mark there, which would be about 4 inches probably. It really is. All right, we'll see. Jess, our cameraman, wants the quarterback sneak here. We'll see what Witkowski does. I think he might have fumbled that ball. But if he recovered it, he's got a first down, I believe. No signal yet. I believe the snap from center was fumbled and Witkowski dove on it, but lost a little yardage in so doing. Oh, they're going to measure again here. They're going to measure again, but it looks like the ball's further back than it was. Yes, it is. So there is a mistake by North Scott right there. We'll see what happens. Assumption, 1st and 10 on their own 46.5-yard line. Kevin Collins in at quarterback, and there's a flag, and I'll bet. No, I won't bet. Not a betting man. No indication here. And that's going to be a bench foul. I call that a lip foul, I think, on North Scott. They're going to get assessed 15 yards. And that's a pretty costly foul right there, I'll tell you what. That's going to bring the ball down to the North Scott 39-yard line. First down Assumption. 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 21-21. Kevin Collins, Assumption quarterback, under center. Quick pitch to Pullman. He's around the left side, and he's going to get a couple yards there, and we got another flag on the far side over there, and that may be a piling foul there. Face mask on North Scott. So there's another 15 on top of that play, and North Scott has penalized themselves right down to their own goal line here. That's going to give Assumption a first down, down to about the 19-yard line, I believe. First down Assumption on the next 15-yard penalty. All right. Collins breaks him out of the huddle. Given to Lee Russell. He's hit pretty hard in there by a couple of white shirts. He's going to gain a couple of tough yards, it looks like.
Ball carrier number 43, Lee Russell.
Looked like maybe number 89 on the tackle, Adam Hamley, one of the outside linebackers for North Scott. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. See what Coach Kaz comes up with here. Quick pitch out to Russell again. And a nice job there by number 89 again, and that's Adam Hamley.
Number 43, Russell.
But not before Russell's going to gain about 3 to 4 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 at the North Scott 14-yard line. Northcott, couple of costly 15-yard penalties here to get Assumption into touchdown position. A quick pitch out to Pullman again. Russell leading the blocking out there. And Pullman, I believe, is going to be real close to first down over there on the far side.